Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Plum Bob Diaries with MJ, and we're back with another build tour for my latest series, the Memory Lane builds. Okay, so if you've watched the previous build tour in this series, you know that I'm currently working on a series that showcases all of my old builds as I go down memory lane with each one throughout all of the worlds of The Sims. So I've got this save file that's currently over 3 years old, and I didn't start uploading builds to the gallery until I want to say the pre-launch of Growing Together, before Growing Together came out. And so yeah, I've been inspired because I'm like, I have all these builds. I just started a YouTube channel and I want to show them off, and I want to talk about the nostalgia and the process of making them and my thoughts about them and how far I've come as a builder in terms of growth and things that I used to do that I don't do anymore, or things that I still do. And so that's what we're doing with these series, going down memory lane. So last time we checked out this little cute 20 by 15 lot over here. This was our 90s family starter, and I was sharing with you guys how all of these lots reflect where I was at that time period before the Growing Together launch. I was just in the mood for family homes, and so all these lots were made all at once, thanks to Little Simsy's Build Bible series, where she was just showing us as viewers how to go about building a box on top of a box to make exteriors. So this is how I got better at exteriors, and I made all these shapes for these houses, and they were blank, they were complete just shells, but they had good shape. And once I went one by one doing floor plans for them and adding the exterior textures. And so anyway, I wanted to take you guys to this little house over here. This one is what we'll be touring today. So fair warning, this one is very interesting because I want to say out of all the houses here, this one was the very first one that I worked on in terms of furnishing and putting down a layout, and I definitely had a particular goal for this one. So stay tuned so you guys can see what we get into today. Okay, and also, just like with our previous video, we have our property manager, Sunny Boulevard, back again, touring, giving us a tour of another home. So again, this is our Sunny Boulevard. He's our property manager and landlord for Oasis Springs, Del Sol Valley, and what's the other one? Oasis Springs, Del Sol Valley, San Sequoia, the Sunny Worlds. Anyway, so he has blessed us again with his presence, and he's going to help us tour this house. Now, this house, it was so cute. I think, what did I do? I think I found an image of a house that I wanted to draw inspiration from. I don't think this was an exact match, but literally I was just drawing inspiration, and I'm like, I want those Pinterest-esque homes, the homes that are on the covers of the home magazines, and I want to be able to like give that vibe off. And I feel like I pretty much did that. This was me playing with texture, where you have an accent wall on the exterior. Like, I was familiar with the term of an accent wall as it came to interiors and having a focal point and all of that, because my interiors used to be bomb, y'all. But you know, playing with accent walls as it pertains to having a stone feature or a brick feature on the exterior, this was my first time doing it. And you know, I came to love this basic base game door. In real life, I love me a red door. I think it's beautiful. But anyway, let me tell you about a little bit about what I love about what's going on here on the exterior. So one, I think I landscaped it very well. I never considered myself good at landscaping. I think I'm okay now. I've gotten better, but you know, it's still some people that blow me out of the water. Not that I'm trying to be up like them or to their level or all that, but This was a big jump compared to what I used to do. So I was very proud about how this came about. And another thing that I really like is the porch. I love when the porch is a moment. Like, can't you just picture your Sims just sitting there, chilling, relaxing, chatting? And literally, that's what happened. I remember playing here with the Sims that live here. And when the welcome wagon would come over, if you don't invite them in, sometimes I just like having them on the porch. But yes, I do enjoy having a good welcome wagon out on the porch. It's definitely a vibe and a moment. Also, I really enjoy the little decor that I have out there on the porch too. Like this little wreath over here. This is like summer spring-ish style wreath. Let me go down to the main floor so you get a better look. So yeah, this little summer style wreath was courtesy of Seasons. And then this little flower box down here was an object that was in Get Famous. So I love that, especially for wider windows. And also we got these little cute little potted plants from Discover University. So love that. I think that's so beautiful. And through this door, again, I love myself for a little red door. Through here, bear with me because I thought this was a really good layout. I tried something different with the stairs that I usually would not do. Now, again, I play in these houses, so this little pack and play would not usually be here. They have since, like, this started off as a home with the thought of an infant arriving, and I did play that up of a mom already with a teenage daughter. Here's a teenage daughter over here, and expecting again at her age. And yeah, we played that up from not having a baby to now having an infant in the house. The dad's around here somewhere. But anyway, this is basically the home. So we have an entryway. Y'all know how I enjoy entryways. Like, I love when you can, detect this sense of realism. Like, when you know where the shoes are, the umbrella rack, the coat rack, everything's all hung up. It just tells a story of this is what they do here. And I also love putting the thermostat by the front door. That's just something that I do. So I love that. And at the time that this came out, I know you guys can see this chair. Wait, is this chair part of it? I can't remember. So if you look at this little accent table over here, this was a result of the Desert Luxe kit that came out. That was a free kit to everyone during a summer event or something like that. We got like this Desert Luxe kit, and it came with a bunch of cool stuff. And so I cannot wait to use this because I love this piece over here. And this will mesh well with so much more Mediterranean things that we have in the game now. Especially like we just got an update. 2 new kits just came out. Yeah, it's amazing. So anyway, we got like another little corner over here. It's like an under the stair moment. You can put anything you want. Now, I just have to say this. Y'all know how we can paint in the game, right? So the dad who lives here, he's a digital illustrator. This is so cool because obviously ever since Discover University came out, there's been this block. You can only do the university artwork. It's like it's been overridden with the university work of figure painting, and you never see like cool little landscape artwork like this. But yeah, this was done with the illustration, the digital sketch pad by the dad in the house. And I just thought this was so beautiful. I had to hang it up. And yeah, as much as I love artists in the game, I rarely use their like artwork as an actual like statement piece in the home, but it worked out here. And also through here is probably the smallest office you'll ever see. So as you can see, this is the dad's sketch pad here. It's very modern in here. So this was my idea of a Pinterest style home. Like, I had this mood board of stuff that I would like in my house, and yeah, this was the style that I would have went for, like a mixture of woods and like dark tones. And I love this wood floor. Like, it's great because it looks very like it's like been refinished, but if you wanted it for an old aesthetic, you could. Um and it's from the Get Famous pack. Moving along past the stairwell. The stairwells are a moment. Look at it. We also have access to these two doors. One is a restroom, one is a bedroom. Because again, and I've said this in my other video, I feel like if you're going to build a house or move into a house in real life or in The Sims, there should at least be 3 bedrooms. So best believe I'm going to have room for family. There's because it doesn't make sense to have a house that only has two bedrooms minimum. Like, no, we have to have more. So anyway, this is the guest bedroom. I already knew with Growing Together that we'd have the stay over feature and that grandparents would be able to stay over. So yeah, this was my default grandparent room. I see that I didn't furnish this. And I don't think I furnished it because it wasn't on my mind because they don't have grandparents here. But I think I placed a bed anyway, just so I would know should I ever make the grandparents. But of course, if you download this house off the gallery, and also let me do my little trick, bb.in, enable free build, you can find this home on the gallery. So right now this home is called the Chic Modern Suburban. Again, this was just an idea of an aesthetic that I had from Pinterest of all these different tones and using them together in a house. But yeah, you could come here and make this room whatever you want, you know. But yeah, I my intention was an extra bedroom, a spare bedroom. So yeah, might as well check out the restroom before we check out the living dining space. So here's the restroom. It's a pretty big restroom, and I've added laundry here. At this time in my building phase, I was just all about gameplay. I wanted gameplay and everything and every lot that I had, and so laundry day was going to serve its purpose. It probably would even been better just on that nook over there. I mean, pretty weird off of the front door, but still, I've seen laundry setups in bathrooms before, so that's where the idea came from. And we got black fixtures in here to match with the original aesthetic, and it's nice. I used the Seasons mirror. You guys be wondering why are mirrors so high up? Yeah, they are really high up, but if you do have a counter that has a lip, I guess it kind of makes sense. I do wish we could put them down a little bit, a tad bit, but yeah. So this is it. And as you guys can see from my previous video, I'm using that same shower tub combo that I've used before. Again, we need more of these. Thank you to Growing Together for getting us a new one. But yeah, Sims team, if you are listening, please more of these. More for I think it would be great if you could give us a range of these that fit different aesthetics, whether it's in a modern luxurious home, a very basic modest home, or for like a not so great low income home, if we want to tell that sort of story of a rags to riches or a coming up. We love those. So yeah, Sims team, give us what we want. All right, and then over here in this space, this is actually the living room space. So it is a living dining space, and as you can see, this is a pretty cool space. Let me take a screenshot. This is a pretty cool space. I'm gonna go back in live mode because it's pretty awesome. This was one of my favorite fireplaces to use for modern builds because it's so sleek and just straight to the point. When you just want to go for that vibe of just modern, that fireplace fits so well. And of course, Dream Home Decorator was out at the time. I used these two little armchairs over here, Discover University rug, and then of course the coffee table, this huge coffee table, was from Dream Home Decorator, as well as this little knickknack over here. And then this was from Tiny Living, as well as this from Tiny Living. So yeah, I love that. Now, our little kitchen setup. This is our kitchen. It is big, it is wide. The interesting thing about this kitchen is that because we were using Dream Home Decorator objects, we were limited in a sense, but we also, that allowed us to get creative. So if you played with Dream Home Decorator, or you have these objects in your game, then you know what I'm talking about. So this stovetop is beautiful. We love the look of a stovetop in the counter. Now, sometimes we want the stovetop in the counter, but still like on top of a stove. We cannot pull that off. We couldn't have this stove, you know, underneath here. If you try to, you will get like, you know, the red outline. I think, like if I go on build mode right now and I try to copy this, put this over, yeah, it's going to be like, what are you trying to, no, that space is already taken up. Because yeah, according to the blueprint, it's taking up, it's already taking up space. So it doesn't allow that. Even though you could probably BB move objects on there, the game will still recognize this as an empty counter, and Sims will come and prep on it, even though this stovetop will be on there. So if you didn't know, now you know. But needless to say, I wanted to play around with looks, because again, I was going for this like Pinterest aesthetic that I had up on my Pinterest board. And a lot of what I seen like islands with a like dining table like attached, or like, you know, made into the island. So I wanted to play around with that. I'm like, what if I put this so close that it looked like it's made with it? And it kind of does. And I'm like, okay, I like that. Really, really cool. Now, this probably would be even dope if this was a stone table. Now, I think do we have a stone table? I don't know if we have a stone table. Nowadays, I mean, we do have one that came with Life and Death, which is more of like a marble, which might be even closer to this. But anyway, I like how it came out. I was excited about it. Again, look at Parenthood countertops coming to save the day. Because I didn't want it so dark and moody in here. I wanted to brighten it up a bit, especially with this backsplash. So yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. And of course, we gotta have, you know, a little outdoor area. So this little door takes you out to the deck, and it's quite a big deck. Like, I remember coming out here, because again, there's a teenager in this household. So you come out here and there's all kinds of stuff. They were throwing parties back here and everything. So she would come out here and do her homework. Mom would be grilling. This is Mom. This is Diva Davenport, okay? She is sassy. She is a stylist. She don't take no stuff. Like, she is a very funny, interesting sim. And why is she glowing? Is it just me, or is she glowing? She is glowing. Okay, well, that's cool. Don't know why she's glowing, but that's really cool. Anyway, I always gotta have a grilling moment with a little patio table. Love that. And then she has a little bit more yard than the other. You can't even see the... Okay, so that was the house we toured last time, all over here. We will tour this house another time. You guys will love this. This is one of my absolute favorite homes. That's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me. Anyway, so yeah, we have more room to work with here. So we got like a little fire pit moment. And they even have side yard on this lot, because this was a pretty spacious lot. So we had like a little side garden, or we alluded to a side garden with these little clutter plants. And then I love myself a flower table. That is just a fun object to craft with. Like, it's really fun. It's you know, it's satisfying to see the different things that you can craft and the different effects. So I love whenever they add that to the game. This was another thing that I just really adored. This was just a random shelf item. I don't even know if these shelves are even functional. They may or may not be, but it's so detailed. This was from Eco Lifestyle. And look how well that fits there. Also, I did a lot of BB dot move objects to add these aprons here. to just make it look like a vibe. This water hose was not usually on here. Like, I custom made this fence, added the lights for it to look like a moment. And then over on this side, have a workbench plus the garbage cans, which makes sense for a little space like this. So yeah, love that. And that's just the bottom of this lot, So we go back in the house. What we did not, oh, look at Sky over here. So that's this teen's name. Her name is Sky. It's so funny because I barely see her out and about in the world. Anyway, so if we go upstairs, guys, remember how I was just telling you before about the landings? I had to really work with the landings because they're cringy. They are cringy because, oh, not me showing too much. Okay, this landing, if you just look at the shape, like I would get these funny shaped L shapes at the time with the stairs, with how I blocked them off to the second floor, and it made this like weird nook. But anyway, I tried to make use of it to make it look intentional, and I sort of made this little seating moment in the hallway, and I do like the seating moment. So as you guys can see, this chase, which came with Dream Home Decorator, your Sims can relax on here. This is a great object. Thank you, Sims team. I have a little incense candle, courtesy of Spa Day. Got a little blanket, thanks to Eco Lifestyle, with the bookcase, so you can come over here and read. It's very much a moment. So I love that, and it's very reflective of Miss Diva Davenport. So yeah, that's my favorite thing about this house. Over here, we have just a very modern bathroom. And it is a bathroom that's straight to the point. So it just has a shower, not a tub, which is interesting because I know that I have a baby in the house. So the only tub is downstairs, unfortunately. Now, if you're wondering, why did past MJ create a home in which there's only one tub, and one tub is on the bottom floor where there's no infant at the bottom floor? Well, I will explain. Because if you're a builder, then you know. In my early days, when I put windows next to each other and they look beautiful on the outside, I really don't want to get rid of them on the inside. If I were to put a tub shower combo here, it will block the window, which wouldn't be realistic. Some people don't care. I just don't do that. So that's why I chose the shower, so that it wouldn't cut into the window. Now, if you don't care, you could totally take this window out or use a smaller one. It's up to you. But yeah, this is so very cute. We added like these base game lights as a vanity light. This little hanging plant clutter object, courtesy of, what's that one other one? Tiny Living. Yeah, so this is very nice. I even like adding the toothbrushes here, and I always like this little toilet from Mount Comery, which is Snowy Escape. All right, getting back into it, we're gonna go over here to the bedrooms. So as you can see, we have 3 bedrooms. Again, back to my rule, if you're gonna have a house, you gotta have at least 3 bedrooms. So this one just so happens to have 4, because we have the guest room downstairs and an office space. If you happen to have more than one extra sim in the household, you can convert the office to a very small room if you so needed to. But anyway, we're gonna go through this room. This is our teen's bedroom. This is Sky's bedroom. So we go through here. Bam. Here's the room. Sorry if you see Dad over here on the bed watching TV. This is not the first time I've caught him doing this. He just loves the TV in here so much. But yeah, he's in here. And we got little baby Phoebe. I told you guys there was an infant in this house. So yeah, they're just in here chilling, relaxing. But yeah, this is Sky's room. So Sky's room is nice. very nice because we went for a purple color palette. And yeah, we, you know, have accents of purple in here. This painting is Dream Home Decorator. We didn't give her any side tables. We just gave her a little desk for her to do her homework. This is from Tiny Living stuff pack. This is a base game shelf. If you change the swatch, you'll get this gradient purple. It comes with a lot of cute swatches on here. And then this little lamp is a freebie that came with the game. Like, we got a base game update that gave us this for free, and I loved it. The clock is from Kids Room Stuff. And of course, I do these other things to make the room feel like an actual room. So there's no built-in closet here, so we have this standalone here, which I loved it because of its color. I think it went well for a teen girl's room, so love that. We also got like an extra chair in here in case, you know, maybe Sky wants to hang out in here with her friends. Posters on the wall. So this one is a poster literally from the Discover University pack. This is artwork that Sky made herself. Love that. And then, you know, what's more teen than like this little stand-up mirror with the bulbs on there? Cute, right? And then of course she has her TV set with like this little dresser. I do this sometimes. So as you can see, this is a 2-tile distance between this bed and the wall. You need at least, you know, half a tile over here to walk through. If I would have put the dresser over here, it would have made it so narrow, like an actual dresser. But I put this accent table. Like, even though it looks like a dresser, it's not a dresser. But I do that sometimes. And then, you know, just to save space, to have it look like a walkway. And in the event that I did not have a full wardrobe over here, I would just make sure there was a mirror in the room so that we can, you know, allude to that our Sims do change clothes. But anyway, yeah, this is our teen daughter's room. So next room, we're gonna go into the baby's room, the infant's nursery, and voila! Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Anyway, this is gorgeous. So, first off, I want to say I love the like mint green color that we went for. We have this birth certificate on the wall. I love this. And again, it was from gameplay. Like, I I have the Get to Work pack, and you know, if you have Get to Work and you have your baby at the hospital, you get an actual birth certificate, and it has the little footprints on there, which is so cool. Which is why I will never skip having the baby at the hospital ever in my game. And also, with growing together, you know, you get a baby, you get handprints. So how cool would it be to have handprints and footprints? So again, I made this house before Growing Together came out. Like, the promo was out, the trailer was out, the game had not launched yet. But, you know, how cool would that be? This was just me playing with literally the infant base game update. Love that. But this is a cute little room, you know. The idea of making a nursery, I'm like, everyone has to have that one rocking chair from Nifty Knitting. Because that's what I think of when I think nursery. So, yeah. So cool. And then we have other mint green stuff. So, I think that turned out really well. And then last but not least, we have the main bedroom of the house. The master or primary bedroom, I should say. Oh, yeah, I forgot they had the dog. What's your name? Bruno Davenport. Bruno with the pink bow. You are smashing, darling, aren't you? So, as you can see, we were loving Dream Home Decorator at the time. And, oh, I love this. There's like this like reclaimed wood on the wall. What did I even use? Because, oh, I'm sorry. I'm about to leave the game. I'm just curious as to what is that? Eco Lifestyle or Upcycle? Gotta be Eco Lifestyle. That's a gorgeous wood on the wall. And you get your bills discounted for using it. But that's a beautiful accent wall. We use these little awesome lights. So I made a bump out in this room. Why did I do that? Well, we were working with a funny shape. Let me go back in live mode. So we were working with a funny shape, and so I could totally fit nightstands here. At least the dream home decorator ones, but I guess I didn't want to. Also, they have an exposed closet. Like, it's open. Again, I think I just was so excited about using dream home decorator stuff that I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make a modular closet. So this is husband and wife's modular closet here. Beautiful. And then there's a little, mirror on the wall. They have their own TV. It's the exact same TV in the other room. So why is dad in the teens room watching her TV when it's literally the exact same TV? I don't know. Maybe Sky's bed is more comfortable. Has to be. And then there's another little like desk area. So I like to think that the mom works up here on this desk, but the dad could use it if he wanted to. But more so, dad's office is downstairs. And then I also made like a little reading nook in this area. Isn't that cute? Like a little reading moment with some pampas grass. I was so excited to have pampas grass in the game. I'm like, ooh, how cool. But if you have the pampas grass from the industrial, what is it called? The industrial loft kit. Oh, that one looks great too. It looks even better than this. So anyway, heads up to you guys if you own both those kits. Both Dream Home Decorator and the industrial kit. You'll have fun with some pampas grass. But yeah, I like this. We made it work. With the strange layout that we had, we made it work. Go downstairs, you could get another final look at this. But yeah, it was fun to play in. That was definitely a walk down memory lane, if I do say so myself. So yeah. Oh, not me pressing buttons. Anyway, I'm gonna put these walls back up. And thank you guys for checking out another build with me on my series of going down memory lane. Thank you. And yeah, tell me your comments or what you think about this house. Would you download this house as is? Or are you okay with the funky floor plan? Or I think this house had a lot of potential. It had a lot of cool areas to just rest in. But yeah, I definitely look at it today and go, what in the world? Why did I do that like that? So anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts below. And yeah, share any experiences of where you guys have come up and, the changes you've seen in your growth when it comes to building and whatnot. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Next time we will look at another awesome house. If not on this block, then on another block in another world. We've got a lot of memory lane houses to get through. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And until then, I'll see you next time.